My near-death experience was in 1975, and I was 19 years old. I was brought into the hospital dead on arrival, and my experience began when they were removing me from the vehicle I was brought to the hospital in, put on the gurney, and I separated from my body. I was up above this scene, and I could hear the nurse say, "She does not have a pulse, she does not have a pressure." And then I followed the gurney into the hospital, into the emergency room where they were working on the body. And I was up above this scene in the hospital. This hospital emergency room was on the first floor of about a 4 to 8 story hospital. And it's hard to explain, but I could see the other rooms. There was no ceiling, if you will, and I could see my friends that had brought me to the emergency room, as well as see the doctors and nurses that were working on me in the ER. I remember being out of pain. I was wishing I could communicate to the medical team that this is okay. You do not need to save this girl. I was happy. I was in peace. I was in knowingness. And I was wishing I could communicate with them, but I knew what was written on their hearts. I knew what they were thinking. I knew how much they wanted to save this 19-year-old girl. And I was shot through with compassion for the medical team, wanting to accomplish this task. And with that, I was re-entered into my body, and the nurse said, "I have a pulse, I have a pressure." And what I want to share briefly is that you need to understand that even though you believe someone is dead, that they can still hear you, they still know what's written on your heart, and that's important to remember.